Vidya Prakashan Mandir Private Limited.
A very good morning to all the students of class 4th. Dear student, today we will study the 16th chapter of social science named as Thoughts that Make Us Better. Dear student, we will study this chapter from the book Our Land, Our World. Dear student, very first you should know what are the learning objectives of the chapter, what you will learn in this chapter. So dear student, as I am sharing my screen with you, which will help you to understand what are the learning objectives of this chapter. So dear student, very first in this chapter we will learn about faith. Secondly, we will learn about social reformers. Thirdly, we will learn about tradition of learning. And lastly, we will learn about democracy and aristocracy. So, dear student, these are the 4 learning objectives of the chapter. Dear student, let's move ahead and understand what the chapter. So, dear student, as you all know, our ancestors thought about different aspects of life are spiritual attention, social behavior and bodily comfort. हमारे जो पुराने लोग थे, हमारे जो पूर्वज थे, उनके लाइफ के लिए क्या एस्पेक्ट्स थे? उनके लाइफ के लिए ये 3 एस्पेक्ट्स थे, दैट इज स्पिरिचुअल अटेंशन, भगवान के लिए, भक्ति के लिए अटेंशन, सोशल बिहेवियर, सामाजिक व्यवहार और बॉडीली कंफर्ट और आपकी शरीर का आराम. ये 3 डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ लाइफ थे. So, dear student, they gave various thoughts about how to live peacefully and comfortably. उन्होंने हमें बताया और उनके बहुत सारे थॉट्स थे कि हमें लाइफ को कैसे शांति से और आराम से जीना चाहिए. They removed the hatred spread in the society and invented many things to make life more comfortably. उन्होंने समाज से बहुत सारी हीन भावनाओं को निकाला और ऐसी चीजें इन्वेंट की जिससे लाइफ बहुत ही आराम से बिताई जा सकती है. So let's understand the first learning objective of the chapter, that is faith. Let's understand what is faith. So dear student, faith of religion are based on the belief of life after death. So people believe in soul and God. They are people of different faiths. These are Hindu, Jain, Buddhist, Parsi, Christians, Muslims and Sikhs. Each religion teach us good behavior and good habits. तो हमारे कुछ धर्म थे जिन्होंने हमें अलग अलग शिक्षाएं दी और जिन सभी अलग अलग धर्मों ने हमें अच्छा व्यवहार करना और अच्छी हैबिट्स को सिखाया. So the Hindu religion has grown over a long time from Vedas, Upanishad and Darshan. Quran and epic like the Ramayana and Mahabharata. Dear student, this is very important question that you should know. What are the great epics of India? So these two are the Ramayana and the Mahabharata are great epics of India. What they explain? They explain the religion in simple form through various stories and symbols. So उन्होंने अपने धर्म को बहुत सारी स्टोरीज में और सिंबल्स में महाभारत और रामायण में एक्सप्रेस किया. सिंपल लिविंग एंड हाई थिंकिंग इज द प्राइम मोटो ऑफ हिंदू. तो हिंदू सभ्यता का प्राइम मोटो क्या था? व्हाट इज द मोटो ऑफ हिंदूज? So the prime motto of Hindus is simple living and high thinking. साधारण जीवन, उच्च विचार ही भारतीय सभ्यता का मेन मोटो था. Long ago people were divided, they used to debate and quarrel over the points of Darshan, Shiva and Vaishnava sects. A chain of thinkers and reformers tried to end the quarrel and stabilize. Reformers tried to end the जो इन दर्शन में, इन वेद्स में झगड़े होते थे, डिबेट्स थे, उन्हें कुछ सोशल रिफॉर्मर्स ने सही किया. जो सोशल रिफॉर्मर्स कौन थे? वेद व्यास, आदिशंकर, तुलसीदास, दयानंद सरस्वती एंड स्वामी विवेकानंद. As you can see in my screen, this is the picture of Lord Mahavir, the first one. This is the picture of Dayanand Saraswati, the second one. The third one is Gautam Buddha. Dear student, the Lord Mahavir and Gautam Buddha lived about 25 years ago in the country. They belonged to a very royal family, but they were pained to see the evils of our society. So they preached non-violence and peace. What they preached? They preached non-violence and peace. They stressed upon the religion of good conduct. उन्होंने अच्छे रिलीजन को, अच्छी चीजों के लिए हमेशा लाइफ में संघर्ष किया. टीचिंग ऑफ लॉर्ड महावीरा वर लॉर्ड महावीरा की क्या थी, क्या शिक्षाएं थी उनकी? बी काइंड टू एवरी लिविंग बीइंग. जो प्राणी है उनके आपको हमेशा काइंड होना चाहिए, पोलाइट होना चाहिए. स्पीक ट्रुथ, आपको हमेशा सच बोलना चाहिए. डू नॉट स्टील, आपको चोरी नहीं करनी चाहिए. रिड्यूस योर नेसेसिटी एंड मेडिटेट ऑन योर सोल पावर, आपको अपनी इच्छाओं को, अपनी जरूरतों को कम करना चाहिए और अपनी आत्मा को मेडिटेट करना चाहिए. सो दीज आर the teachings of Lord Mahavira. Dear student, this is very important question that you should know what are the teachings of Lord Mahavira. So your answer is the teachings of Lord Mahavir were: be kind to every living being, speak the truth, do not steal, reduce your necessities and meditate on your soul power. So these are the teachings of Lord Mahavira. Dear student, this is again very important question. Mahavira, the 24th Tirthankar of Jainism. So what is the question? Who is the 24th Tirthankar of Jainism? So the answer is Mahavir. Mahavira was the 24th Tirthankar of Jainism. Teaching of Buddhas are known as Buddhism. So जो शिक्षाएं गौतम बुद्ध ने हमें दी उसको क्या नाम दिया गया? बुद्धिज्म में उनको नाम दिया गया. And what are the teachings of Buddhism? Let's understand. Their books are many. उनकी बहुत सी किताबें थी. Like Parsi follows Zarathustra founded the religion in Iran about 2500 years ago. So he taught his followers to do good actions. उन्होंने क्या सिखाया अपने फॉलोअर्स को? कि आपको हमेशा अच्छी चीजें करनी चाहिए, अच्छे काम करने चाहिए. Good actions will make force of good strong enough to win over the evil forces. तो जब आप अच्छे काम करते हैं तो वो एक फोर्स होता है, जो आप अच्छे कामों का जो फोर्स होता है वो गंदे कामों के फोर्स को के ऊपर जीतता है. So what Gautam Buddha taught us? He taught us good action will make the force of good strong enough to win over the evil forces. Then there is a peace and happiness. उसके बाद आपको शांति और खुशी मिलती है. So dear student, the holy book of, as I am highlighting it, this is very important question. What is the holy book of Parsi? So the holy book of Parsi is Jain Avesta. What is the holy book of Parsi, that is Jain Avesta. That is Jain Avesta is the holy book of Parsi. Dear student, this is all about Buddhism. Let's understand the Christian part. So, the Christianity was founded by Jesus Christ. So, this is again very important question. Who found the Christianity? So, Christianity was founded by Jesus Christ. So, again, this is very important. So, dear student, as I am removing it, this is just a mark of the other part. So, Jesus Christ was born at Bethlehem near Jerusalem. So, this is very important that you should know. He was born at Bethlehem at Jerusalem, which is near Jerusalem, nearly 20,000 years ago. He preached peace, love, and compassion. He believed that even an enemy can be conquered by a love. उनका मानना क्या था? आप अपने दुश्मन को भी सिर्फ किससे जीत सकते हैं? लव से जीत सकते हैं, प्यार से जीत सकते हैं. So, the holy book of Christian is Bible. Dear student, again this is very important question. Which is the holy book of Christians? So, as the Jain Avesta is the holy book of Parsi, same as the Bible is the holy book of Christians. Let's understand the Muslim. So, the Muslim follow Islam. Muslim किस चीज को मानते हैं? इस्लाम धर्म को मानते हैं. So, Muhammad was born in Arabia about 1400 years ago. Prophet Muhammad was born in Arabia about 1400 years ago. He preached and spread Islam, which means peace. तो उन्होंने अपने इस्लाम धर्म को सभी जगह फैलाया, जिसका मतलब क्या था? पीस, शांति. He stressed upon the importance of peace and brotherhood. उन्होंने किस पे ज्यादा फोकस किया? किस पे ज्यादा फोकस किया? पीस और भाईचारे पे. तो इस्लाम धर्म हमें क्या सिखाता है? भाईचारा और शांति. ये दो शिक्षाएं हमें इस्लाम धर्म से मिलती है. तो this is again very important question. The holy book of Muslim is Quran. So, as the holy book of Parsi is Jain Avesta and the holy book of Christians is Bible, same as the holy book of Muslim is Quran. Let's understand the Sikh. So, what is Sikh dharma? What is Sikh advised us? So, Sikh was founded by Guru Nanak about 500 years ago. So, dear student, Sikhism was founded by Guru Nanak. Who found? This is very important question. Again, I am highlighting it. Who founded the Sikhism? So, Guru Nanak founded the Sikhism about 500 years ago. He was sad to see people fighting in the name of religion. उन्होंने देखा और उन्हें बहुत दुख हुआ कि लोग धर्म के नाम पर एक दूसरे से लड़ाई कर रहे हैं. He preached that there was only one God, no matter by what name we called him. उन्होंने क्या समझाया लोगों को? उन्होंने समझाया कि भगवान सिर्फ एक है, उसके नाम अलग अलग हैं, हम उन्हें अलग अलग नाम से उनकी पूजा करते हैं, लेकिन गॉड सिर्फ एक ही है. So people should live in peace with one another. तो लोगों को आपस में शांति के साथ रहना चाहिए. This is again very important question. What is the holy book of Sikh? So Guru Granth Sahib is the holy book of Sikh. So dear student, this is all about faith of different religions. So dear student, let's move ahead and understand social reformers. which is second learning objective of this chapter. So, dear student, as you all know, many social reformers tried to do away with social evils. They stressed upon keeping only good tradition. जो हमारे कंट्री के सोशल रिफॉर्मर्स थे, उन्होंने सिर्फ अच्छे कल्चर के लिए, अच्छे ट्रेडिशन के लिए काफी ज्यादा लोगों को मोटिवेट किया. So only a few among them are mentioned here. So let's understand Sant Kabir. Dear student, this is the pictorial part of Sant Kabir. Let's understand Sant Kabir. So, dear student, Sant Kabir lived in Varanasi about 550 years ago. He did not like the priests of different religions quarreling with one another. उनको ये पसंद नहीं था कि डिफरेंट धर्म के लोग, अलग अलग धर्म के लोग आपस में, उनके जो पादरी होते हैं, उनके जो पंडित होते हैं, वो आपस में लड़ते हैं. He opposed differences on the basis of caste and religion. He spread his message through songs, bhajan and dohas in common man language. उन्होंने इस चीज का विद्रोह किया और उन्होंने क्या मैसेज फैलाया, किसके थ्रू फैलाया? उन्होंने अपने गाने, अपने भजन और दोहे के थ्रू, जो एक कॉमन आदमी की लैंग्वेज थी, उनके थ्रू लोगों तक ये मैसेज पहुंचाया कि हमें आपस में किसी को भी धर्म और कास्ट की बेसिस पे लड़ाई नहीं करनी है. लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द सेकेंड वन, विच इज राजा राम मोहन राय. सो राजा राम मोहन राय was born in Bengal. He was pained to see the bad custom like sati, which says burning of widows. Dear student, early marriage and ignorance. The government banned the custom of sati by his efforts. He started school to educate people to remove evils. So, राजा राम मोहन राय का हमारी सोसाइटी के रिफॉर्म में बहुत बड़ा हाथ है. उन्होंने एक बहुत ही बुरे कल्चर विच इज सती प्रथा, उसका अंत किया. सिर्फ उन्हीं के प्रयास से ये सती प्रथा का अंत हुआ था. सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड द थर्ड वन, विच इज श्रीमती रामाबाई रानाडे. सो श्रीमती रामाबाई रानाडे is also well-known reformers of Maharashtra. She worked to improve the condition of women. She set up Pune Seva Sadan. It helped widows by providing them with suitable jobs. So let's understand Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. This is the pictorial part of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan as I am highlighting it. This is the pictorial part of Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. So, he spent all his life to uplift the condition of Muslim women. He started a college at Aligarh. उन्होंने अपनी पूरी लाइफ में मुस्लिम महिलाओं की कंडीशन को ऊपर उठाने के लिए पूरी अपनी लाइफ में संघर्ष किया. So, the next social reformer is Mother Teresa. So, dear student, she was, I'm so sorry. Okay. I hope you can see it. So, Mother Teresa was well-known savior of the helpless and sick in this era. When she was young, she felt godly inspiration one day for the service of the poor. उन्होंने गरीबों की सेवा की. She left her teaching job and learned nursing. उन्होंने अपनी teaching job को छोड़ के nursing सीखनी शुरू की. Afterwards, she started numerous institutions to help the poor women, children and handicapped people. तो उन्होंने कुछ समय बाद अपनी गवर्नमेंट जॉब, अपनी टीचिंग जॉब को छोड़ के नर्सिंग का काम शुरू किया और बहुत सारी महिलाओं, बच्चों और हैंडीकैप लोगों की को हेल्प किया. Dear student, let's understand tradition of learning. What is the tradition of learning, which is third learning objective of the chapter? Let's understand it. So, dear student, in our country we have a long tradition of learning. Dear student, many branches of science and technology were developed in India. Dear student, for example, let's discuss. Okay. I hope you can see it. So, I'm so sorry. Okay. For example, mathematics, astronomy, and medical science were studied in our country even in ancient time. मैथमेटिक्स, एस्ट्रोनॉमी और मेडिकल साइंस हमारी कंट्री में बहुत पुराने समय से पढ़ाई जाती हैं. द कंसेप्ट ऑफ जीरो इज एंटायरली ऑफ इंडियन थिंकर. जो जीरो की खोज है वो कंप्लीटली इंडियन थिंकर्स ने की है. They developed the decimal system of numbers. The Arabs called these numbers Hindsa, showing the origin India. Now these numbers are accepted as international number. So Aryabhatta and Varamihir were among the learned astronomers of India. So dear student, this is again very important question. Who are the important astronomers of India? So Aryabhatta and Varamihir were among learned astronomers of India. Astronomers means a person who study the motion of stars and planets. जो गैलेक्सी के बारे में, planets के बारे में, stars के बारे में बताते हैं, उन्हें हम astronomers कहते हैं. Medicine and surgery were highly developed in India. मेडिकल के फील्ड में भी हमारी कंट्री बहुत अच्छा काम किया. The work of physician and surgeon like Sushruत and Charak is valued even today. किसकी आज भी पूछती? सुश्रुत एंड चरक की आज भी इंडिया में वैल्यू है. The Turks and Mughals promoted Unani system of medicines in India. जो तुर्क और मुगल्स थे उन्होंने यूनानी सिस्टम, मेडिकल की यूनानी सिस्टम को काफी इंडिया में प्रमोट किया. यूनानी मेडिसिन आती हैं उसको काफी प्रमोट किया जो आज भी काफी फेमस है. In present era, many Indian scientists and technologists have been famous in the world. Dear student, Jagdish Chandra Bose and C.V. Raman and Homi Jahangir Bhabha were some of the famous researchers in the field of science. So again, this is very important question. Who are the famous scientists of India? So Jagdish Chandra Bose, C.V. Raman and Homi Jahangir Bhabha is the famous researcher of India in the field of science. These are the pictorial part of Aryabhatta. This is second one is J.C. Bose, third one is C.V. Raman and fourth one is Homi Jahangir Bhabha. So dear student, let's understand last earning objective of this chapter. So dear student, let's understand the last learning objective of the chapter, that is democracy and aristocracy. Dear student, what is the meaning of democracy? Democracy means, this is very important question. What is the meaning of democracy? So democracy means that elected representative from the public govern the public. जो जनता से चुना हुआ व्यक्ति होगा वो सरकार के लिए काम करेगा. And what is the meaning of aristocracy? That means that an individual rules the public. So we had a tradition of democracy in very ancient time, but slowly some powerful men became kings. Many of them were very good kings. So let's discuss some of them here. So very first we will discuss about Chandragupta Maurya. Who is Chandragupta Maurya? So let's discuss about him. about 2300 years ago, as I am highlighting it, Chandragupta Maurya, with the help of Kautilya, organized many small kingdoms of India into a big empire. However, it could not last long. The second one is Ashoka. About 2250 years ago, Ashoka, the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. This is again very important question. Who is the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya? So the answer is Ashoka is the grandson of Chandragupta Maurya. Fought a battle of Kalinga to extend his empire. He won but felt very sad to see the bloodshed. उन्होंने कलिंगा का युद्ध लड़ा और लेकिन उन्हें बहुत दुख हुआ. क्या देख के दुख हुआ? जो युद्ध में लोगों का खून बहा उसको देख के अशोका को बहुत दुख हुआ. उसके बाद उन्होंने क्या डिसाइड किया? उसके बाद उन्होंने डिसाइड किया, he decided to give up fighting and violence, to give up fighting and violence. वो लड़ाई को, violence को त्याग देंगे. Then he began to follow teaching of गौतम बुद्धा. उसके बाद उन्होंने गौतम बुद्ध की teachings को मानना शुरू किया. He built hospital, roads and dharmshala. He planted tree along the road. He himself led a very simple life. He wanted his people to lead a good life. So he told them not to kill animals and one another. तो उन्होंने लोगों को क्या बताना शुरू किया कि हमें जानवरों को नहीं मारना चाहिए एंड हमें आपस में भी कभी एक दूसरे को नहीं मारना चाहिए. He had all his message carved on pillars and rocks. उन्होंने ये सारी अपने मैसेज पत्थरों में और पिलर्स में खुदवाए. The next one is Krishnadev Raya was the king of Vijayanagar Empire in South India. As I am highlighting it, he ruled about 500 years ago. He was a brave man and learned poet. He promoted art, invited learned men to his court. He made many buildings and tanks. He promoted trade with other countries. So this is a big achievement. This led to the prosperity of his people. Let's discuss Akbar. So this is the pictorial part of Akbar, as you can see in my screen. The first one is Akbar. So about 400 years ago, Akbar was the Mughal emperor. He saw to it that all the people in his kingdom lived peacefully and as equal. For the welfare of farmers, he got their fields measured. He then fixed the agriculture tax carefully on the basis of products. तो उन्होंने फार्मर्स के टैक्स को, जो एग्रीकल्चर टैक्स था, उसको इक्वल किया और उसको उसके प्रोडक्ट के, जो उसमें प्रोडक्ट्स होते थे, उसके हिसाब से उसे फिक्स किया. He encouraged art, music and literature. उन्होंने आर्ट, म्यूजिक और लिटरेचर को काफी बढ़ावा दिया. कला को, म्यूजिक को काफी आगे तक बढ़ाया. He built many buildings, roads and sarais along them. Let's understand Rana Pratap. This is the pictorial part of Maharana Pratap. So he was the ruler of Chittor. He was the only Rajput ruler who did not go before Akbar. So this is very important question. Rana Pratap was the ruler of Chittor. So let's understand Chand Bibi. Who is Chand Bibi? She also lived during the time of Akbar. Dear student, she was the ruler of Ahmednagar and Bijapur in south. She fought very bravely against Akbar. उन्होंने अकबर के खिलाफ बहुत ही बहादुरी से लड़ा था. The next one is Chhatrapati Shivaji. As you can see in my picture, this is the pictorial part of Chhatrapati Shivaji, who was another ruler in the south about 300 years ago. Shivaji is known to this day of his bravery, character, justice and love of his subject. Dear student, again this is very important question. Why Chhatrapati Shivaji is very famous? So the answer is he is known to this day for his bravery, character, justice and love for his subject. So dear student, this is all about democracy and aristocracy. So dear student, this is all about chapter 16, thoughts that make us better. Dear student, we will study our next lecture in our next class. Thank you.
Vidya Prakashan Mandir Private Limited.